Hi. Now, I want you to do something for me. I want you to imagine that you are sitting in this chair and you're looking back at your significant other on the other side. And they're telling you how much they love you, how much they're so happy and lucky to have found you, how many kids they want with you, and all the plans that they have to get married with you. And they're smiling at you and they're cracking jokes with you and they're coming over and rubbing your shoulder and kissing you and hugging you. And literally an hour later, you meet this completely different person in front of you with eyes that are the coldest you've ever seen. And they tell you, look, it's not going to work between us. I've actually been seeing somebody else behind your back for some time. I'm gonna break it off with you. I'm gonna move in with him, and I'm taking our son. And there you are sitting there with your mouth open, looking at this new person who you don't recognize at all. Their voice is different, their facial expressions are different. As a matter of fact, there's a lack of facial expressions, except when they're staring at you and glaring at you, and then just outright laughing at you. And so this person turns around and goes to the room that you both used to share for the last 7 years. And they start getting their things and putting them in suitcases and dancing and putting on all the old songs that you two used to listen to and dance to and sing to. And she's there dancing by herself in the room as she's collecting all of her belongings, smiling, calling her friends, telling them what a great day she's having, and then just chit-chatting about the weather and concerts and, all the random stuff that they would normally talk about. No mention of the breakup, no mention of anything. And you're still sitting there with your mouth open, staring at this person, wondering, what are they doing in your house? Who is this person? How did they get here? And what did they do with the person I was just talking to? And then you start thinking, wow, I've just put all my money into this house because we were about to move into a different one. All my money's tied up in this place. I just paid off all the costs. Within a week, we're supposed to be at another place. How am I going to do this by myself? Not that this person has been working for the last 7 years, but that's your partner. And where are you going to go? Because you don't need this house anymore with the 2 bedrooms. You don't need this anymore. You're going to move into a smaller place to save money. So that way you all could get you a huge place and a car and all this new stuff. Especially when you make your family bigger. 5 kids. That's what we were told just an hour ago. So then you start figuring out where you're going to go, where you're going to stay. You realize that all the friends that you used to have, you've had to cut them off. Because obviously you were cheating while you were with them, right? It made her happy that you decided to sever those friendships because, well, hey, happy wife, right? And you start thinking about family members that maybe you could turn to. And you realize that all of them have stopped really talking to you as well because you've decided to cut them off in some way. So unfortunately for you, you're sort of fucked. And then you decide, okay, well, I gotta talk to this person and see what's going on and try to make sense of all this. And you do it, and you make all the mistakes that you're not supposed to make with a narcissist of this type, because that's what you're dealing with, but you don't know it yet. You know, and every plea, everything you have in you that you're trying to give them to take you back, or, you know, you're actually thinking, hey, they need to take me back. They're the ones who did something wrong, and you think that they need to take you back. And you're trying. And they're laughing at you. And they're shrugging off your every move to do it, or anything that you try to bring up. And then you start getting angry because it's so easy for them. All of a sudden, it's just nothing to them. And they just keep toying with you and letting you react and feeding off of it. And then they throw you a breadcrumb and say, hey, you know what, I'm not going to try to take the car from you. You can take the car. And now everything is gone. Everybody's gone from the house. It's empty. Even your kid. And you're left inside of a car. Sleeping outside of Walmart and wherever else you can park. Trying to keep yourself looking at least halfway decent for work. And halfway decent so you can pick up your son and take him to a park at least and hang out with him. And then you find out that this person is already with this person exclusively. And they call you and tell you and brag about it. And they try to also call you and tell you what they've done with this person so far. And it's a really big breaking point for a lot of people. And I was already there. I didn't know what else to do. I didn't know what else to look for. I didn't know what I was dealing with anymore. I thought that I knew this person, and I didn't. So I started to educate myself. I looked all over the internet, looked all over YouTube, and I found out what a narcissist is. And I found out what they do to their partners, and the mask that they wear, and the mirage and illusion that they prop up. And I was so angry and wanting to take any kind of revenge I could on this person and their affair partner. I was consumed with it. I would wake up in the middle of the night, every night, several times, thinking what I could do. How could I find this person? I need to go and show this person their way out of this relationship, their way out of this family that was mine. It was mine. Well, I was wrong. It was all fake. It was never mine. None of this was ever mine. I didn't share this life with anybody. It was a dream I was living, you know, that turned into a nightmare. And so I kept educating myself. I kept watching these videos. I kept finding out what a narcissist is. And I came to a point where my anger towards the betrayal and the infidelity and everything else slowly went away. Slowly but surely. And in my case, it was within a little over a month. I started to feel sorry for this person. I stopped being so upset. The tears stopped. The self-doubt stopped. Everything stopped. And I just felt sorry for this person. And for the affair partner, the rage went away. The anger, the waking up in the middle of the night thinking of them together, things like that, disappeared. And I just felt sorry for him because he was basically now entangled in the web that I was in and now free of. And so I started taking the advice that I saw online. Improve yourself. Work out. Write empty letters that you're never going to send them to this person, but it helps you to get these things out. Restrict the contact. When they try to talk to you about their life and certain things, don't let them trap you in it. Stop them. Tell them that, hey, unless this has to do with our son, let's just not talk about anything else, okay? You call me if there's an emergency, or we need to talk about my son and coordinating time, and that's it. So you stop that. You stop the text messages. You check them. Every time that they step out of their boundaries, you check them. Because just like they threw you away and they're no longer part of your life, same for them. And it's none of their business. And you don't want to know their business either. It's irrelevant to you. And you start, like I said, taking the advice that you read. You start working out. That helped me immensely because I wanted to, especially during my rage, because I wanted to beat this guy's ass so fucking bad. And I was able to just, every time I was pissed off, I would just go and give myself the biggest workout my out-of-shape ass has ever had in my life. And it felt at the end like I had kicked somebody's ass. I felt relieved. I felt good. I could breathe. All the tension was gone. I felt actually like a little bit tired. Like I could go and pass out. And I started sleeping through the entire night, not waking up anymore. And then it started becoming a habit. And I started feeling even better. And I started realizing that the newfound freedom that I have is going to allow me to be better than I've ever been. And that everybody was right, and you do feel better. And time is a healer. And so, although this is a very long and drawn-out story, and it's still ongoing, because I'm linked to this person forever through our son. So I'll always have to deal with her. But I've learned how to check her. And do it respectfully, and do it where I'm not lowering myself to that place. And I'm also not reacting to her the ways that she wants. And I'm able to live my life and still see my son. And things do, like I said, they just do get better. So anybody who's in the beginning of all this, who's hurt, who's sitting there, like I said in the beginning, with your mouth open, still trying to process this, don't give up. Do not give up, and please listen to the advice that you see about taking care of yourself, putting some focus on yourself, and being the best person you can be for you and your child if you have one. Telling you, you're going to come out so much stronger. You're going to feel better. You're going to look better. This person who is just dominating your thoughts and your everyday routine and interrupting you any chance they got, even without being there, will feel like just another person walking around the city that you honestly could care less about. You don't know them. They don't know you anymore. And it's over. And every time they keep trying to invade your head again and bring you back, you know what they are. The mask is off. You've called them out. They know that you see them. So remind them that you see them. And they'll go away. Not for good. But enough times it can happen for good. As long as you keep checking them. As long as you don't stop. You don't give up. You don't let your guard down. It'll be easy for you from then on. And you'll know what to look for in the future. All of you take care. I know it's so fucking hard. But y'all get through it. I believe in each and every one of you. You all have it in you. And you'll overcome this crap. Take care.